Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes for a moment and imagine the raw roar of an engine echoing through the valleys of history, a machine born not just of steel but of determination, precision, and the relentless pursuit of power. Now open your eyes, because today, you are about to witness not just a motorcycle, but a legend, a machine that carried with it the grit of war, the elegance of German engineering, and the sheer willpower to endure where others surrendered. This, my friends, is not just a bike. This is the Zundapp KS350. The very name Zundapp carries weight. Founded in Germany, a company that symbolized the merging of military necessity and mechanical artistry, Zundapp was never about creating ordinary machines. They were about creating iron companions, motorcycles that could weather dirt, mud, snow, and gunfire, while still standing proud. The KS350 emerged in the late 1930s, a time when the world teetered on the edge of chaos, and yet brilliance was being forged in the midst of turmoil. Imagine the engineers hunched over blueprints, their pencils tracing lines that would one day become the veins of a beast. 350 cubic centimeters of controlled aggression, encased in a frame that was as sturdy as it was sleek. You see, the KS350 was not designed to be just another civilian motorcycle. It was meant to answer the call of the Wehrmacht, the German army, who demanded a machine that could traverse long distances, endure harsh terrain, and still deliver unwavering performance. And what Zundapp delivered was a masterpiece. The KS350 carried a single-cylinder, 4-stroke engine that punched far above its weight. A 14 horsepower heart that could push this warhorse to speeds nearing 100 kilometers per hour, a number that might seem modest today, but in the unforgiving conditions of the 1940s, it was nothing short of extraordinary. Imagine soldiers tearing across dirt tracks, supply messengers racing against time, the thumping beat of the KS350's engine announcing both speed and strength. But performance alone was not what made this motorcycle unforgettable. Its frame was designed to be strong, almost indestructible, able to carry loads that far exceeded expectations. The KS350 wasn't just a bike, it was a lifeline, transporting not only men but messages, weapons, and crucial supplies. Its hidden power lay in its adaptability. Fitted with sidecars, it became a 3-wheeled powerhouse, a miniature war vehicle that could carry machine guns or medical gear. In those times, where every second mattered, this adaptability made it priceless. Now, let's talk about price. Not in today's dollars, not in auction halls where collectors fight for a piece of history, but in terms of what it meant back then. When released, the KS350 wasn't cheap. It demanded respect even at the showroom. But that cost represented its unparalleled durability. Owners knew they weren't just buying a bike, they were investing in reliability, in technology ahead of its time, in a partner that would not betray them even in the harshest moments. Today, if you try to acquire one, you'll find that the price has transcended currency. It's not about money anymore, it's about rarity, about holding a piece of heritage. At auctions, a Zundapp KS350 can easily climb into tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes higher, depending on its condition and provenance. Because this isn't simply steel and rubber, it's history you can touch. But wait, what about those hidden features, those aspects that you don't immediately notice? Here's where the genius of Zundapp truly shines. Beneath that rugged exterior lay innovations that made the KS350 stand apart. Its gearbox was finely tuned, allowing smooth transitions that most wartime motorcycles could only dream of. Its suspension, though simple, was incredibly effective, absorbing shocks across unpaved battlefields. Its electrical system was robust, a true marvel at a time when reliability in the field meant survival. And perhaps most importantly, its design made maintenance straightforward, because Zundapp knew a bike in war had to be fixed under fire, in the mud, in the cold. No fancy tools, just grit and determination. What made the KS350 even more special was the way it carried itself. Unlike other military motorcycles of the time that felt rough and unrefined, the KS350 had elegance. Its lines were smooth, its stance commanding. Even today, when you look at one standing in a collection, it exudes presence. It doesn't just sit there, it demands your attention, as if whispering tales of the roads it conquered, the battles it survived, the history it has witnessed. And now imagine riding it. The moment your hand grips the throttle, you feel that unmistakable vibration, that pulse of power waiting to be unleashed. The engine kicks to life not with a timid hum but with a growl that tells you, you're not on a toy, you're on a machine built for endurance. As you roll forward, the world around you blurs into insignificance. You're transported, not just physically but emotionally, to an era when men and machines tested the limits of survival. Every gear shift is a reminder of the craftsmanship, every acceleration a nod to the bravery of the riders who once relied on it. Today, enthusiasts and collectors look at the Zundapp KS350 not just as a motorcycle, but as a testament to resilience. It is a reminder that even in times of destruction, human ingenuity can create something extraordinary, something that lasts far beyond the moment it was made for. And for those lucky enough to own or even ride one, it is an experience that connects them to history in the most visceral way.